Thank you, Market Singapore, for inviting me. It's been a long time since I've been over there, a couple of years, and we've certainly missed all the wonderful people from Singapore. And Singapore really is one of my most favorite places to come and train. So we have missed you guys. So when I got a little message from the corporate team to say, can you help us with the training? I said, absolutely, I'd love to do that. So a little bit about me. I'm a National Supervising Coordinator. I'm a clinical nutritionist. I have a couple of different companies. Also a business entrepreneur, which is of course with shop.com. I also have a video media production company, which is very successful. So we kind of do a lot of things, and if I'm not in the clinic, I'm filming. If I'm not filming, I'm in the clinic, and but the clinic is still very, very, very close to my heart, and it's something that we're very proud to be with, and because of primarily the Isotonix. So let's have a look and see a little bit about what we're going to talk about here tonight. So why are vitamins and minerals important? Okay, it's a question we often get. Well, essential vitamins and minerals are needed, of course, for proper nutritional balance. If you try to get a lot out of your food today, the food is grown so quickly, and the soil is not good, you're just not going to get that nutrition value, even if you do eat lots of really good, clean foods. Vitamins serve as cofactors and enzymes. These are special compounds that help the body in functioning and metabolic processes and reactions. So they are very, 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 very important. Of course, minerals are key cofactors for the metabolic processes. Minerals also aid at the regulation of water and, of course, the electrolyte balance. And I always say, to my clients, to my patients, that with regards to minerals, minerals are very sturdy, they're very hardy, and they were blown out of volcanoes. They're made out of rocks and elements and so forth, so they can handle a lot of heat. But vitamins are very, very, very delicate, and the minute you pick something off a tree or you pick a vegetable, those vitamins can start to deteriorate very, very quickly. So our body cannot produce essential vitamins and minerals. Therefore, we do need to get them out of our diet. This is very, very important. So is our body getting enough of what it needs? Well, I sort of said just a moment ago that, with the soil and the way in which we live today, we're not necessarily getting enough for our busy lifestyles out of our food. All right, so the signs of a nutritional deficiency can have an unexplained weight loss. All right, that can be a big problem. You just start losing weight all of a sudden. That can be a nutritional deficiency. Frequent tiredness and weakness, a malaise, a feeling of just losing strength. That is definitely going to be the first place that we start looking with our patients. Having weak or soft bones. Of course, weak or soft bones will often allude to the fact that maybe there's not enough calcium. And we know that because if perhaps somebody falls over, they end up with a fracture, or, even as a young person, they can end up with fractures. It's the first, again, thing we start looking at. The slow healing of wounds. All right, now I heal really, really fast, like, unbelievably fast. And that's because I take a lot of really, really good nutrients. And in fact, I went for just digressing slightly, I went for some dental surgery just recently, and the surgeon was saying, do you take a lot of supplements? Because we had a little bit of a problem with just some of the bleeding. It just, we had to stem it. Not a problem. And then I went 3 or 4 days after to take my stitches out, and the surgeon was amazed how quickly I had healed. And that is because of our high nutritional intake. All right, so it does make a difference. Experiencing night blindness, all right, having difficulty focusing at night, whether you're on public transport, or if you're driving a car, or if you're in a cab, or just looking out at night. Sometimes that difficulty can be a sign that, of course, you have nutritional deficiency, and of course impaired cognitive performance. All right, so you need a lot of nutrition to get the brain working really, really well. And again, a lot of people go, oh, I just can't focus. I feel like my head is in cotton wool or a cloud. And again, first place we start looking, nutritional deficiency. Of course, stunted growth and developmental issues as well. All right, so there's lots of things. So our eating habits are perhaps not as good as they could be. Now, I've been to Singapore many times, and Singapore is a wonderful place. But something that I notice a lot about Singapore is there's a lot of fast food there. You know, you guys just love your fast food, so, and lots of it. You know, I mean, it's just a known as a mecca for beautiful food. So do you consume excessive processed foods, eating the same food all the time? For goodness sakes, please, if you're eating ramen noodles for lunch, stop that straight away. That is not good. All right, I know it's easy to do that, not healthy. Skipping meals. Singapore is right up there as one of the most, studious workforces in the world. You know, you have a phenomenal work ethic. It's easy just to keep going and working and jumping those meals. So, you know, we've got to take that into account. Also, we forget about the rainbow. All right, the rainbow, a variety of colored fruits and vegetables. You know, it's very important. If you saw my dinner half an hour ago, it really did look like a rainbow. There was a piece of salmon on there, and Viv cooked up, 5 or 6 beautiful vegetables on it, and that's our dinner for the night, and it was absolutely spectacular. So, all of these things make a difference. So, a multivitamin. Why is a multivitamin important? Multivitamins provide vitamins, minerals, and other key nutrients to help supply dietary needs. All right, you can take OPC, but OPC is not the be all and end all when we're looking at a balance. All right, it's very important. So we're looking at things like vitamin A, C, vitamin B, zinc, selenium. Now we've got vitamins and we've got minerals. We've got a combination of these: chromium, potassium, and so much more. We've got such a jam-packed product inside our multivitamin. We talk about Bs. Now, everybody knows, or perhaps not everybody knows, but a lot of people know that if you're tired, the first place you should start looking at is a vitamin B, maybe some iron, but definitely a vitamin B. All right, so that's the kind of thing that we do to boost your energy. It liberates energy from the foods. It makes you feel really good, but it does so much more. It's phenomenal for cell health, growth of red blood cells. People don't realize that your B is what helps grow all your blood cells. It's great for your eyesight, healthy brain function. Remember, if you're feeling tired, you're not going to have a really good cognitive brain function. But if you've got lots of vitamin B going in there, your brain is going to start to really fire up. Of course, it helps with healthy appetite, proper nerve function, hormones, cardiovascular health, and of course, muscle tone, which is really important. Calcium. We talk about calcium all the time. We sell lots of calcium in our clinic, and we sell it to everyone. But calcium is essential for maintaining strong, healthy bones and teeth. All right, very important, because they're all made up of hard matrix of this calcium to form the bone. Supports also cardiovascular health. Now, people do not realize, very important, do not realize that calcium is a muscle contractor. Magnesium, which we also have, is a muscle relaxer, but you need to have that relax and that contraction. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of these other things that perhaps later in the day. But, calcium is a phenomenal, muscle contractor and a very powerful electrolyte, and it aids in the contraction of skeletal and cardiac muscles. So it helps the heart to form a regular rhythm. All right, so calcium is so much more than just healthy bones. Okay, OPC, everybody's favorite, everybody's favorite, OPC, oligomeric proanthocyanidin, from 3 different groups. That's where we get the OPC3. It is a phenomenal antioxidant. In fact, I tell my patients it's the world's most powerful super antioxidant. It's a free radical scavenger. It's an immune supporter. It's a cardiovascular protector. It is a significant anti-inflammatory. I jokingly tell them it's the magic in red wine, which it is, that makes red wine so good for your heart. So it is a phenomenal product. We have our one of the ingredients of that is pecnogenol. Now, pecnogenol is a natural plant extract from the bark of the maritime pine tree. So it actually is the bark. That's what we're consuming, a compound derived from that bark. Pecnogenol is one of the most researched ingredients in the natural product marketplace. I think last time I checked, there was over 420 clinical PubMed studies just on this product alone. Published findings have demonstrated Pecnogenal's wide array of benefits, huge beneficial effects on the body. So it really is the thing that keeps everything in check for the immune system, and an anti-inflammatory, and looks after your skin. And OPC is just phenomenal. All right, you're going to look, feel, and live better. And of course, Pecnogenal was one of the leaders in the research of OPCs. All right, so we have these amazing properties. Like I said, it's a powerful antioxidant, acts as a significant anti-inflammatory, all the things that I told you, about in the past just a moment ago. It's made up from the grape skin extract as well as the pine bark. It's made from grape skin extract. We call that a red wine extract. The grape skin extract is also, like the Pecnogenal, a very potent antioxidant. Antioxidant properties of the grape skin contribute to promoting overall cardiovascular health. Again, this is why doctors say to people, drink red wine. But let me give you a little thing about that. It's a very specific type of red wine. It's not any red wine. Don't be thinking you're going to go down to where you buy your wine, buy a case of cheap cask wine, right? So it has a very specific compound in it. It's derived from certain places in France. And so that's the compound that we get. We also have the grape seed extract, and again is typically extracted from the seeds of the red grapes, not the white, which have a high content of OPCs. So for those people, when you tell them this, actually say, oh, look, don't worry, I get plenty of OPCs. I drink, 2 or 3 glasses of wine a night, and you can see they've got a bright red nose, and they're kind of, not so cognitively, acute. You can definitely assume that their OPCs from their cheap red wine actually aren't doing them any good. All right. So our OPC is absolutely just phenomenal. Brilliant product. Okay. So let's run through this. It also has bilberry. Now, bilberry is phenomenal for your eyes. It's just amazing. A little story about bilberry, and this is how we used to talk about it when we first had OPCs. In the Second World War, the British air pilots used to have bilberry jam on toast before they went out at night to do their air sorties, so that they could fly at night, because they didn't have any, radar or night vision or any of that. So what they would do, they found they give them lots of bilberry or bilberry in jam, and that was good enough to help their eyesight. So scientific studies confirm that bilberry is phenomenal for, eyes, for your eyes, as well as venous circulation, capillaries, arteries, and veins. So again, our product is a phenomenal overall product that's weighted towards the immune system, anti-inflammatory, and phenomenal cardiovascular health. So it's a powerful antioxidant. As I said, it promotes cardiovascular and joint health, helps maintain healthy cholesterol and blood glucose levels, supports blood vessel function, supports a healthy complexion, gives you a nice, beautiful face, that kind of thing. So it makes you kind of look, younger. I mean, I'm 53. Hopefully I don't look 53, but, and I've been taking OPC since it came to market Australia for 18 years. So it seems to work for us. So it's a brilliant product. So if you're looking for a powerful antioxidant, something that supports healthy blood vessel function, supports healthy complexion, supports a healthy immune system, helps supplement dietary gaps, skeletal muscle, skin, red blood cell formation, energy, looking for something to pick you up for energy, as well as, again, cardiovascular, enzyme, and healthy bones and teeth. These are the products that you need to work with. All right, they are a phenomenal product. And they really are, they really complement each other very, very well. In fact, Vivian and I take these every single day, and as again, we've been doing this for years. So now you can enjoy these 4 great products in one convenient serving, this is brilliant. And what I found out about doing this, and we'll get to in a moment, it's not a small amount of everything. It's like having 4 main doses per sachet, which is absolutely fantastic. Of course, they're gluten-free, which is important in today's world. No detectable GMOs, isotonic capable, of course, and of course, no pork. Very, very important in today's, multicultural societies. So we've incorporated trial size marketing into the business strategy. All right. And this is what I'm going to talk to you about just now. Okay, so trial size marketing is a systemized approach to retailing. All right. It helps us find new customers. It helps create new sales. It helps you earn more retail profit, generate more BV, earn bigger commissions, and it opens the door to potential prospects. So why wouldn't we use it? All right, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, when I first had this presentation, I kind of went through it a little bit, and we had, I think we had 3 packets that we were going to give away. And I kind of had a good think about this, and really the minimum amount that you want to give to somebody should be 5 of these things. 5, not 3, but 5. And this is really important, because after 5 days, you're going to start to see more likely some kind of positive reaction. So we have 10 people per month to try 5 packets of the Isotonix Daily Essentials for free. And how you approach this is that, you know, you speak to somebody, and I'll get to that in a second, but, you know, you want to come at the thing that you're, you know, helping them with a survey, or you're formulating a survey. Can I give you these free packets of Isotonix to help identify, you know, certain questions on our survey that we're performing? I do not think that you should be giving these out to absolutely everybody. That's and I've been doing this for a long time, 30 years in sales, and 30 years in sales of nutraceuticals to patients. Where we want to be going, and I'll talk to you about it in a second, is that we want to kind of look at people that we think we're going to be able to help. All right. So this maximizes your outlay with a better return on investment. All right. And, you know, I'm all about the business. I'm all about the products, but I'm also about marketing, and I'm all about the business. And so we don't want to be just giving these things out. You don't want to be giving one of these things out to anybody, just willy-nilly try this, because there's no, you know, there's no substance in that. All right. So we want to try and do that. Now, as we get back to this, you can try it, and, you know, you'd say to the person, you know, just try the product. It's free. There's no obligation to buy anything. This is really, really important. So great. Here you go. I've got to move my little screen at the moment because I can't read the rest of my presentation. So I'm going to move it over here. Okay. So here you go. There are 5 packets. You just tear the packet and mix it with 240 mils of water and drink it. Don't eat anything for 15 to 20 minutes. Here's a flyer that explains more. I'm going to send you an email with a little bit more information. You endorse it with your personal testimony, tell your story. Now, how do we pick those people? I find that if you're out and about and you're talking to people, you will be able to just pick up on conversation. All right. And as you pick up on conversation, you're going to be able to incorporate this. But it is very important that when we're talking in conversation, that you do actually understand the product, you understand what isotonic means, and you understand how that's possibly going to be able to help them. You must be able to explain in your own words the simple term of what isotonic means. Now, this is actually my statement. This is my statement. So I've been working with Market America and Market Australia, Market Singapore for a lot of years. And I've found that some of the explanations are a little bit confusing. All right. So I want to spend just a minute or two on this. An isotonic solution is a solution that mimics a body fluid like blood plasma or tears, and is made up from simple carbohydrates and electrolytes, which transit from the stomach to the small gut within a short period of time, where, due to its osmolarity, will absorb easily and rapidly across the gut wall into the bloodstream. So I just want to spend a minute with you, because out of everything that we do, the difference between a multivitamin that you can buy anywhere and our product here is this statement. All right. This is the most important thing, is this statement, because if we don't have this statement, then what differentiates us from everybody else's product. So an isotonic solution is a solution that mimics a body fluid like blood plasma, tears, and is made up from simple carbohydrates. I don't ever use the word sugars. Simple carbohydrates are sugars, but sugars bring a negative connotation to the conversation, all right, because we're trying to go sugar-free. Now, to put this into perspective, the sugars are very, very, very small, very small. They're not going to upset anybody, but we don't want to put a negative thought into somebody's mind. So we use the correct terminology, which is a simple carbohydrate and electrolytes, simple carbohydrate and electrolytes, which then transit, which then means that they move from the stomach to the small gut within a short period of time. Again, doing this for a long time, I've heard a lot of people saying that they're going to absorb into the bloodstream in 5 minutes. They're not going to absorb into the bloodstream in 5 minutes. They will transit from the stomach to the small gut within a short period of time. That short period of time, maybe 8 to 12 minutes on an empty stomach from the stomach to the small gut, where due to their osmolarity, they will absorb rapidly across the cell membrane wall. So an osmotic solution will go from a high concentration to a low concentration via a semi-permeable membrane. The semi-permeable membrane is the gut wall. So again, an isotonic solution is a solution that mimics or pretends to be a body fluid like blood plasma or tears, and is made up from simple carbohydrates and electrolytes, which transits from the stomach to the small gut within a short period of time, where again, due to its osmolarity, will absorb rapidly into the bloodstream. If you haven't already written that down, you should kind of write that down and use it as much as you like, because it is the perfect statement. All right, so you can do this anytime, anywhere, everywhere, all right? I don't stop talking, you know, so you can pick up conversations, you can pick up threads of information. And what you're looking for is you're looking to solve a problem. That's what we're looking for. I'm going to get to that again in a moment. So we've got friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, people you meet in restaurants, on planes, they're just everywhere. People are everywhere. Have a look around you, Singapore. People are everywhere. All right. But in our day-to-day conversation, we're always looking and listening for that little bit of information that will allow us to focus on how can we be of assistance to this person? How can we help solve a problem for this person? That's what we're doing. We're problem solvers, right? You are the bridge. We are the problem solvers. Once we've got to that and they agree to take your free trial, and after you hand them the 5 packets of daily essentials, tell them what to do. You're going to text me your email address so I can send you a short video. Obviously, that video is going to be on isotonics and how they work. It's going to be less than 5 minutes. I have to ask you 1 or 2 questions about your thoughts on the product and the video after you complete the free trial. When you're in a group situation, you're at a barbecue, you're sitting around somewhere, you're, you know, at the school, wherever, there's often other people around. And sometimes it does happen where somebody says, yeah, I've got a problem. I've got something. Can that help me? And so that's great, because now we can start giving out maybe a couple of trial packs, all right? And especially if somebody's asking for you for help, you know that they've gone from a cold lead to an above average warm lead because they're looking for help. So you are there to help them, to help solve their problem. So you're going to give them free registration to shop.com. You're going to text them first on the first day to make sure they took the product. That's very important. You're going to send them an email link to the Daily Essentials page on your shop.com website. Now, please, people, do not copy the link at the top of the page, because that will then go to Market Singapore and then be farmed out. On every page, there's a little link that is specific to your unfranchised owner's webpage. Only give them that link, all right? It looks the same, but it's very important you give them the right link. Email a link to the short video they must watch so they can give you feedback. That's easy peasy. Call them on the 5th day, ask them some questions. If they're excited, love the product, take their order, all right? However, you know, you've got to make sure that you ask them the questions. Thanks for trying the Isotonix, helping me out. I only have a minute. I just have a few questions to put on my report, all right? Did you drink your Isotonix each day? Yes, thank you, tick. Did you watch the video? Yes, thank you, tick. Was the video clear in explaining why Isotonic solutions deliver more nutrition to your body than a tablet or capsule. That's why most people feel the difference. There's the questions that you've got to ask, all right? What benefits did you experience? Now, if they've only been taking it for 1, 2, or 3 days, it may not be enough. 5 days, possibly we're going to start to get some positive feedback from them. However, please, it's not necessarily about having a euphoric improvement, all right? We want to know, did they understand the video? Were they able to take the product? Did they have any reactions to the product, which is rare, but did they have any reactions to the product? Was the product easy to take? Was the information that I gave you clear enough? Because what we're trying to do here is not necessarily look for those benefits, because again, I've been doing this forever. You're not necessarily going to get benefits in 5 days, big ones. But what you're looking for is you're looking for the positivity of that experience. You've given them the information. You've told them how, you know, it's going to help make them feel better. It's going to help them with their cardiovascular health. It's going to help them with their bones, but it's not going to help today. But as we start to take this over a month, 2 months, 3 months, longer, we're going to start to see a huge positive improvement moving forward. Most people are reasonable, and they're going to understand that it's taken them years of not doing the right thing to get better. It's going to take them weeks or months. So we need to meet their expectations, and you need to meet your expectations by telling them, all right? So again, don't be put off if they didn't feel any experience. This is why you've got to come back with that information and then tell them about all the benefits that are going to be achieved over a longer period of time. But again, it's isotonic, it's easy to take, pleasant tasting, it doesn't interfere with your day-to-day routine, and you don't feel like you're taking 15 tablets a day. These are positive movements. If they indicate a concern for the price, don't panic. Let me tell you, I sell in my clinic OPC for $121 a bottle, and it walks out the door. I buy them by the box, by the big box, and they just walk out the door. $121. I sell my digestive enzyme for $73. I sell my magnesium for $74. I sell my calcium for $50. I sell my vitamin C for $69. I sell my vitamin B for $88. The list goes on. I'm not concerned about price. The reason I'm not concerned about price is because I know that I've helped solve a problem. I've helped solve a problem. And so that problem is worth what we sell the product for. All right. And of course, I'm in a clinic, I have overheads, we have all those things. It's different, but we don't discount the value. So when they indicate a concern about the price, please don't panic. All right. It's not a problem. How much does it cost? Less than a cup of coffee, about $4 a day. All right. It's taken them years of doing the wrong thing to get sick. And this is what I say to my patients. This is what I say. I say, listen, it's taken you years of 3 cups of coffee a day down at Starbucks, you know, ramen noodles for lunch and going out there and doing all the other things. You've invested a lot of money in your health. Unfortunately, it's been a lot of money invested in the wrong part of your health. You've actually got unhealthy by investing all this money. So we need to turn that around, and it is going to cost you a little bit of money. So what does $4 buy you today? It buys you a Big Mac, some Starbucks, a Boost juice full of sugar. That's definitely going to give you diabetes or set you on the road to there. Alcohol, you know, iced coffee. So people are spending lots of money, and not just once, but they're spending 2 or 3, 4 or 5 of these a day, and they're getting sicker. So you've got to be able to be confident when you speak to people to tell them this is important. It's $4 a day, but the value is phenomenal. It is not expensive. And let me tell you, I've been to Singapore. Australia has really good healthcare, all right? You get sick, they'll look after you. It's not a problem. Like, I've been to Singapore. If you get sick in Singapore, it's expensive to have an operation. It's expensive to be in hospital for days and weeks at a time, which is why Singapore is phenomenal at trying to look after themselves. So again, we want to bring that information. $4 a day, small amount of health insurance to try and look after you moving forward. It should never be a problem. So still hesitating? Well, even though it's only $1 and change per day, it's still $100 for the box. And that's a lot of money for me. I'm not sure I can afford it. Well, you know what? I guess it depends on what price you put on your health, isn't it? We've been down this road. You know, a rich man, you know, what's the old saying? A rich man wishes for many things. An unhealthy man wishes for only one thing, you know, to be healthy. It's all good until your health is gone. All right. So you just can't put it into words, you know, it's really important. Thank you for being part of the survey. That's really helped me out. Can I ask you one more question? Do you have any other health concerns? All right. This is starting to lead into finding out if you can be of assistance. You are the bridge builder. You are taking their problem and you're trying to bring a solution for their problem. If they liked it or you're enthusiastic, they gave you positive feedback, assume they want the product. All right, great. You're off to a fantastic start. And you've only taken it for 5 days. Wait till you see how you feel after 90 days. All right, do you prefer the packets or would you like rather a little, save a little money and get the kit? All right, it's easy peasy. Add-on sales. When should I add on? What should I add on? And how do I add on? So when should I add on something? All right, you add on by asking them the question, what is going on with your health? Do you know anybody else that has any health problems? Do you know anybody else that's tired? Do you know anybody else that's not feeling good? This is when you should add on. It's very important when I'm in clinic that I find out all this information, because again, I'm the bridge builder between what I can produce for them and their symptoms, their problems. So you're always trying to mine them for information. You're always mining them for information. What should I add on? I've got really sore legs. I've got really sore legs. My legs are terribly sore all the time. Great. I got the perfect product. In addition to the Daily Essentials kit, what you actually need is magnesium. Magnesium is a muscle relaxer. It's going to help those muscles relax. I get colds all the time. Great. In addition to the Daily Essentials, what we really should be looking at is a vitamin C. All right, vitamin C will help promote your immune system in addition to the OPC. And how do I add those on? You add those on by communicating to the person. You communicate with them. But please, guys, you need to know your product. How can you be the bridge builder? How can you sell the product if you don't understand the value of what that product does and how it's going to be of assistance to them? All right, you want to ask for referrals. This is important. Referrals are important. And when do you bring up the business? Well, don't bring it up on day one with a retail person. It's the wrong thing to do. You bring it up on day one if we're talking about a business concept. But when we're looking at building a relationship, we're building up a rapport with this person, you want to get them really feeling good first. It can be 2 months, 3 months down the line. It's okay. It's not important. What's important is that we're looking after them, that they're feeling better. At some point, you're going to say, you know what, I'm so glad you're feeling so good. We have we have a great business with this. In fact, that's how I got into it. And now we're looking at recruiting. Would you be interested in looking how you can bring your testimonial and bring that and then possibly turn it into a business? If so, we've got a business meeting coming up. I would love you to attend to see if we can work that together. That's how you do it.